Leo, hi. We're going to do a general reading today. I'm using the Llewellyn deck of cards, and as it's a general reading, it may not resonate for everyone. If it does, I will be doing a extended reading, and the information for that is in the box below. I'm also going to be doing personal readings, and the information for that's also in the box below. All right. So I'm going to be using the Celtic Cross layout. And the thing with the Celtic Cross that I like, it's got, it's a pretty comprehensive layout with a past, present, future, subconscious, hopes and fears. It's a really comprehensive layout. And also the cards in it, the kings and queens, they don't refer to gender, they refer to the divine masculine and feminine energies, which, are in all of us. We have both. All right, cool, nice, I like this. Okay, so we've got the Three of Swords showing up here as a guidepost. And I'm just going to draw, oh my goodness. So I'm just drawing a clarifier on that, and I've got the Two of Cups. So this is the guidepost. So what I see is that at this point, heartbreak and, even self-inflicted pain, whatever it may be, is now behind you. And it's behind you in terms, as I can see it here, as a kind of catalyst to then begin to move out into the new. Okay, because it's kind of like, okay, that's enough of that sort of thing. And then we've got the Two of Cups showing up here, which is, the connection card. I'll just draw one more card on that you've been looking for. It's that connection as a soulmate almost situation that you have been looking for, which is where I think that's where I think the Three of Swords came from. Is I think that's what you've been looking for all along, but were never able to connect with it. And now that that's kind of left behind, and now you're moving more towards the light, and I see the Two of Cups coming up, and so guiding you towards, the soulmate connection for you. We got the Two of Swords in an energy that's above you, and the Knight of Swords there. And I think the reason that's showing up is there's this sense now that you kind of are being guided towards a soulmate of, urgency, or I have to make some choices here. I have to decide, how am I going to do this? Am I going to leave this person behind? Am I going to go there? And then getting to kind of a soulmate, or a checkmate, or not checkmate, when something stagnates and I can't think of the word right now, but whatever, that either decision is not possible to make, and therefore you're kind of just stuck there in an inability to move, and yet at the same time you've got the Knight of Swords on you, which is this energy wanting to move, but I can't decide what to do, but I want to move, but I can't decide what to do. Now the first part of that, as I see, is the Eight of Cups showing up here with the Ace of Pentacles. So the first thing I see you doing in terms of movement is starting to move away from past constructs that were created, loves, because this looks like a love reading to me that I'm seeing here. And so moving away from that kind of connection, not having to destroy it, but knowing that there's more abundance out there for you, and that's what's being offered to you right now, and that's what you're being guided to. This is there. And if it's a person, I don't doubt that person loves you, but you know what? It's not enough. There's more out there for you. And that's what I see happening here. Like you've been kind of wandering in the cold with this and not coming in from the cold. You keep searching and kind of hoping, and and I think that's what broke your heart. I think it was like, it just isn't it. Okay? It's something, but it's not it. If that makes sense to you. And that's why I see you moving on. And you've got the Four of Wands, because I think now what is coming, this new path with the Fool is opening up for you. There's a whole new, kind of like a new beginning for you there. And it's already kind of, you already kind of realize it. And what it is about you looking for joy and looking where to commit to something that's going to, feel much more full. Much, like I say with this abundance card here. And then you've got the Seven of Swords on you now with the Queen of Cups. And so what I see here is in your feminine energy, which is about love and about, the things we're talking about here. Um, yeah, it's like where you were before was very conflictual. And I think that overrode the ability for this. That's why you always felt like you were out in the cold too. And that's why the swords were there with the three of swords behind, that you've now put behind you. But it felt like the swords were always there to be used in case conflict arose. Then you would quickly switch into defensive mode. And with the Queen of Cups, it's like using your feminine powers as a defensive attack mode with your sword, which can be used the other way, and can be used towards focus and identifying clarity, and even verbalizing it and putting your voice out there. But instead, I think it's being used the other way. And now I see you stopping that, and I see you moving to safer ground. Okay. Once again, with that Eight of Cups too, you've got the Sun and the Four of Pentacles, because I think what you're riding towards and what you're seeking out here with the Sun is, what has kind of clarified for you. It's like this light bulb went off, and now you feel like you're clear, and with you as the Leo, having the Sun behind you and the Sun clarifying stuff makes a perfect fit for you. Is that it's taking you towards a place where you're going to feel much more like you're creating a foundation that you can then build from, okay? Rather than always being, as I say, wandering from moment to moment, day to day, kind of, out in the cold sort of thing, and it never really going anywhere. But now that this new soulmate situation here that's guiding you is showing up in, from the universe, different strategy or different approach, and now the Sun, as I said, has become your guide. You got the Page of Wands and the Four of Cups. So the Page of Wands is kind of the messenger card, and it's kind of trying to it's delivering a message, because with the Fool here, it's a beginning. You have the Ace of Pentacles too, so it's a new beginning for you. And the Page shows up at the very beginning to try, as a kind of it's that part of you too. I think this is internal. This Page of Wands. I think it's internal in terms of you giving yourself these messages, okay? And the message is there's more to love than what you originally had fantasized or thought possible. And what it is, what the more to love is something that actually will put it in a very real way and not in a fantasy way, okay? And therefore, with this Four of Wands, as I say, you can't really commit. You don't really feel committed when you're kind of in a fantasy, and 1 minute it's this, the next minute it's that, as fantasies are, right? Because they're they're not that grounded. And as I say, with the Four of Pentacles now and the Sun, you realize, I got to build a solid foundation here. So the Four of Cups, yes, you can build a solid foundation with love, but only if love is kind of reciprocal, if it's sacred, if it's all those things. You've got the Three of Wands showing up now with this new kind of information, and you connecting to it and already building on it. You're starting to see a much different world that you're leaping off into with the Fool. There's a lot more now coming your way in terms of abundance, in terms of movement. It's like your vision is. It's kind of like somebody took off these dark glasses and that you were wearing indoors, and now all of a sudden it's like, whoa, wait a minute, it's light in here. Whoa, look what I can see. That I'm not limited anymore. And you've got the Hermit on there too. So using what you see to light the path that's going to be, what is part of the vision that you've gotten with Three of Wands. So taking that, applying it to your personal journey, and lighting up the path so that you can draw in, your soulmate or love and abundance. Actually draw it in, because now the path is lit, okay? It's not dark anymore. You've got the Three of Pentacles in your environment along with the Justice card. So once again, it's kind of like the realization, the message that you got here with the Page of Wands as this new path is opening up for you is being manifest already in terms of creating an environment for yourself that is harmonious with your own belief systems, which is where the Hermit is lit up the path based on, as I say, their own journey. And this is lining it up based on, what you want to build with the Four of Pentacles, based on the kind of foundation you want to build, that is applicable to you and your values and stuff. And then drawing in the right person, and that's what the Justice card is doing. So what you've asked for is already being created in your environment. You've got the Knight of Pentacles in a position of your hopes and fears. And I think the Knight of Pentacles, what it is, it's representing an opportunity for you for higher knowledge, as to what this all means. You've got it down here at the base with the Ace of Pentacles. That's, as I say, offering you a sense of really deep sense of fulfillment. And that's what I see you wanting here, is kind of like, and once again, it's not a male or female card, but it is the divine masculine energy, and you're kind of wanting that energy to balance you, with the Three of Pentacles, like drawing in that reciprocal energy. And that's what I see here for the Lovers. So the Lovers is showing up as your outcome, and the Lovers is both a choice and an opportunity for you, okay? If this resonated for you, as I say, it might not for everyone, but I will be expanding on the Lovers card in the extended reading, and just take a look at what shows up there, like who is this, and what does it mean, and what kind of connection is it? Always knowing that, as I say, you're moving in this new part of your life towards a place to commit. I'm just going to draw a card from the Wisdom of Avalon right now, and we got the Wasp. So this is about anger, retaliation, and jealousy, okay? And that's in this old part of the reading, as I say. With this outcome, moving to this new part of the reading, because remember I said here you were using the swords to be defensive, and the Queen of Cups was forced to use her sword to be defensive. And that's what I see you kind of moving away from now with this Eight of Cups. Because defensiveness, this is what it's been, this is what the universe has been, your world's been about. It's been a lot about anger, retaliation, and jealousy, not soulmate stuff, not reciprocal love, not building that solid foundation, not following clarity in the sun. And that's where I see you moving to now. All right. Well, thanks, Leo, and I'll see you either in the extended reading, which you'll see below, or I'll see you next week.